This is Bruce Boudreau, and it's time for Clay's Canucks commentary live. Let's go with Clay right now.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, my NHL playoffs take for Monday, April the 24th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Another crazy night of NHL hockey. Yes. I cannot wait for my paper to be done. I can't wait for my church work to be done so I can actually get more involved with streaming games and having watch parties, whatever it may be. But I was able to catch some of the games. I'll talk about that in a second. So welcome tonight. Welcome to everyone who's here. Moderators, do what you need to do. Members, that's legends, Hall of Fame members, and franchise members, thanks for your support as always. And to everyone else, thanks for being here. You know that I know that you could be watching anyone else, doing anything else, getting ready for work, school, or bed. So no matter where you're watching from, within my beautiful neighborhood of Richmond, in Steveston, in Richmond, in Lower Mainland City, province, country, continent, around the world, thank you for being here. I always appreciate you. I never, ever take you for granted. So subscribe so you can get active in the chat section and get my videos. Like the video. There's 24 of you in here. Thank you for waiting. Only 7 likes, so let's bump that up. Like the video, give it some love. You can leave a donation, get the donation train out of the station. You can gift a membership. You can become a member. You can upgrade your membership, and if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review as well. So as always, kind of tradition here, because no series have ended yet, I'll review all 4 games very quickly. And then really not a lot of editorial to add tonight. And then I want to get some good discussion as to what you think of any of the series now that all the series are 4 games deep. And like I said, all 8 series are still going right now because there have not been any sweeps. So let's talk about tonight's games first, and then I'll show you the entire playoff bracket. Sound good? Sound good. So the first game of the night is New Jersey against the Rangers. Now remember, the Rangers took a 2-0 lead going home to Madison Square Garden, and the Devils have rattled off 2 straight wins. And this one was a 3-1 victory by the New Jersey Devils. They've won both games since their new goaltender Schmidt has gone in to the net. And this one, not particularly rough, only 10 penalty minutes, not particularly physical, only 45 hits total, but no power play goals. But what you do see here is the Devils' big players, the ones that should be scoring are, you have Hischier with a point, Platt with a point. There's our good friend Curtis Lazar. Only got 5 minutes, not sure why. Bratt gets a point. Eric Holla, and of course Jack Hughes, and then Dougie Hamilton. And then Siegenthaler, he actually had the most points of everyone with 2 points. And then for the Rangers, same. There's only 1 goal. So it's Trocheck, Kreider, and Patrick Kane getting points there. So this one I didn't get a chance to watch because by the time I got home and settled and dinner and took care of a couple of things, didn't even get a chance to watch this one. So, but I do know that this series is tied 2-2. I thought the Rangers were in a really good spot after winning the first 2 and going home. But now the series is tied 2 apiece and going back to New Jersey. So New Jersey has somehow wrestled back home ice advantage. Then we go to the game that I'm sure, it's what I call this stream, Maple Leafs complete crazy comeback. So I get home to watch this game, and it's 4-1 going into the third period. 4-1 going into the third. And yes, you can joke about a 3-goal lead. No 3-goal lead is safe. But look at this. Matthews. So the first 10 minutes, Toronto didn't score, but Matthews, then 3 minutes later, Matthews again. Then Morgan Riley, who always seems to score from the point, that left point on Vasilevsky. and Alex Kerfoot not even taking 4.5 minutes to score in overtime with a wonderful deflection. Also, that was on a power play too, so a costly penalty. So you look at this, and yeah, actually, we'll go over the stats, and then I'll talk about this game in a second. The Maple Leafs dominated, especially the third period and the overtime. I think the shots were 6-1 in overtime, and then power plays, including the power play goal, the game-winning goal, I should say. A lot of hits, 91 hits between the two teams, but not particularly dirty per se. But look at this. This is what I noticed: 52 block shots. Now that is certainly a commitment to winning when you're blocking 28 shots and 24 shots. Both teams blocking a lot of shots. But look at the big guns for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Marner with 2 assists, Matthews with 2 goals, Nylander with 3 assists. Ryan O'Reilly, I've heard some people talking about maybe he was the best trade deadline pickup for any team, given what he's done. He scored the game tying goal in game 3, and now he's another 2 assists tonight. And then Giordano, Riley, and Justin Hall, Hot Take Hockey's favorite player, all contributing, and Samsonov getting the win. Obviously, in a loss, there's less here, but you still have Kucherov with 2, Stamkos with 1, but Cirelli's off and then actually Point, Hagel. So Killorn, Point, Hagel, Kucherov, and Stamkos all got points, and then Hedman and Sergachev, the 2 best defensemen, they get 2 assists each. But Vasilevsky hasn't been himself. I don't think he's hurt, but remember, Tampa Bay has played a lot of hockey. They've made it through 3 straight Stanley Cup finals. They won 2 and they lost to Colorado. So they've played, what's that, about 25 to 30 games. They played a full season more than everyone else. Not everyone else. They've played a full season more, though, in playoff games. If you average it up, like 25 games, probably more. Yeah, 25 games per postseason. And I know there's been other teams that have made postseasons too, even more than one, but Tampa's made it to the final. No other teams made it to the final for 3 straight years. So that means they've played an entire extra season over the past 3 years. This game, we had it on while we were doing some cleanup in the house, but me and the 2 boys were watching it, and you just felt it. Like, even when Matthew scored with 10 minutes left, yes, they were still down by 2, but you just felt that they were going to catch up, and sure enough, they did. And then, of course, if you had to pick one team going into the overtime, who was going to win. You're taking the team with all the momentum, and now Toronto is going back home with a 3-1 lead. Crazy. Vegas versus Winnipeg. Vegas gets the early start, the early lead, and they actually build up to a 3-1 lead. Then a late goal makes it 3-2 for Winnipeg, but then whatchamacallit? Then Vegas gets the empty netter. Actually, I got that wrong. Actually, Winnipeg got the early goal, but then Howden scored 4 minutes later to tie it up, and then it was a good second period for the Winnipeg Jets. You look at this, only 12 penalty minutes, only 62 hits. So maybe I didn't watch this one, but just by looking at these stats, it doesn't look like it was as intense as, say, the Toronto-Tampa game, but I'm standing to be corrected. And then for Vegas, it's Stevenson and Howden with 2 points each, and then Shea Theodore, who was a beast in that second period, and then Brossoit gets the win. And then for our beloved Winnipeg Jets, it was Wheeler with 2, and then it was Neil Pionk with 2, and no one else had more than a single point. And a surprise that Connor Hellebuyck is losing the goaltending battle in this series as well. But yeah, there's a lot of good goalies. Like Shesterkin's lost the last 2. Hellebuyck's, they're on the ropes. They're down 3-1. Vasilevsky's on the ropes, but they're playing against a very powerful Toronto team. But yes, I know Harry's a big Edmonton fan. I'm a big Edmonton fan. I know Justin, Winnipeg. Sorry, Harry's a Winnipeg fan. I'm a Winnipeg fan. I know Justin likes the team as well. But yeah, Nick Ehlers out of the game and Josh Morrissey. So there's quite a few guys that are not big guys, big losses for the Winnipeg Jets for sure. And then the game that ended about half an hour ago. This is really surprising. Seattle takes a 2-0 lead. Colorado off 2 goals from Mikko Rantanen ties it 2-2. And then Seattle wins in overtime. Just a few minutes in, Jordan Eberle, exactly at the 3-minute mark. It was a power play goal. And the big story out of this one also was Cale Makar. A late hit on Jared McCann knocks him out of the game, and Seattle head coach basically said after the game that McCann will not play Game 5. Now, Colorado, they still have home ice advantage. They're going back home 2-2, and 2 of the next 3 games are at home. But look at this, 2-1 shot differential. Great power play by Seattle. Look at this, 89 hits in the game, and Seattle had 50 of them, 52 hits and 26 blocked shots. Like this, that is very impressive for the Seattle Kraken. You look at the individual stats, and you see only Rantanen, like I said, those 2 goals in the second period. Only the multi-point player for Colorado, and then for Seattle, Sprong, the only one with multiple points. But you have Donato, Eberle with the game winner, Tanev, Schwartz, and then a bunch of defensemen actually. Borgen, Schultz, and Larson all got points as well. And Grubauer defeats his former team. So that was pretty exciting as well. And I didn't watch this game because I was watching the end of, I don't know what I was doing. Oh, no, I was studying tonight. That's what I was doing. Studying tonight, and I'll talk about Sean in a minute before your questions, because that had a bit to do with our day as well. And then let's get to... So in a minute, and I'll leave this up for a bit, in a minute, I'm going to ask you which series surprises you, and if you want to give any predictions for sure. So in the West, 3 of the 4 series are tied 2-2. Colorado and Seattle, going back to Colorado. Dallas and Minnesota, going back to Dallas. And Edmonton and LA, going back to Edmonton. All 3 series are tied at 2-2. Only Vegas over Winnipeg is up 3-1. It's the opposite in the East. 3 of the 4 series are 3-1 leads. Boston over Florida, 3-1. Toronto over Tampa, 3-1. Carolina over the Islanders, 3-1. So all favorites. And then, as we talked about, New Jersey and the Rangers are tied 2-2. So in a second, I'm going to ask you to share your thoughts on any of these series. Again, which ones you're excited about, any predictions you want to make, which one you don't care about, which one you're most intrigued, surprised with, whatever you want. I will happily be, entertain some of those comments and questions in a couple of minutes. Big thing today, well, 2 big things. One of them is actually, I'm just going to show it to you because it was kind of funny. So last month I ordered, a Chucky costume. If you guys watch, what the heck is that? If you guys watch the horror movies, Child's Play, I ordered a Chucky costume that I saw on on Instagram a little while ago. So then we decided to get one for him, and so let me just. Oh, I'm kind of spoiling it right now. Let me get some sound on for you. So we dressed him up, and I'll play it for you, and then I can tell you about what it is. Okay, so here we go. Let's. I got to make sure that I have volume on here. Let me do this one more time. Share screen, share tab audio. Okay, let's try this right now. So if you figured it out, what that is it's a costume where you put his front legs through these legs, these arms, these legs, and then those aren't his arms, obviously, because he's got back legs. Actually, if we did a bit of a better video, you'd film it from up top, and then you'd only see like his front legs acting as his legs, and then you see the arms flailing, and then you wouldn't see his back legs. But still, Jake put this together with the sound effects and the music. And then there's Coach Rob, and I said Mickey's middle name is Chucky. It actually isn't. We just wanted to make that video. So that was kind of fun. So we were creating some content with Mickey in a Chucky costume. And then the biggest thing today, more important than that, was that Sean I'm started. He's a grown man now. He's finished UBC. He's finished business school, and he is working full time for a brand agency called Jelly Marketing. And it is first day as a grown man, full time job, first job straight out of university, which is he's very lucky. He doesn't have to job hunt, so he's out in Langley for their entire day, and then he's going to work out of the office. Sorry, he's going to work in the Langley office 2 days a week and then work from home 3 days a week. So when I turn the camera around, I think you guys see when I dance and stuff like that. This room is set up as a T. There's my desk here. Remember, I used to stream this way. So that's a wall, and I have a desk here. Then now I turn 90 degrees, and now I'm looking out towards my stairwell, as you guys know. So there's another desk right there because it makes a T. So that's the top of the T, and then all my computers and microphone and lights are on the middle part of the T. So we actually set up, Gail never works there, never studies there. So we set up Sean to work there. So this is going to be Sean's home office. I'm going to split it with him, but usually, unless I'm sick or if I can't make it to work for whatever reason, usually I won't be in here during the daytime. This becomes my studio at night. But this becomes Sean's work office during the day. So I'm excited for him, and as he embarks on this new part of his career. So now I'm going to do my mid-show sponsor read, and then I'm going to ask you to talk about anything Canucks playoffs related. What series are you most intrigued by? What are you most excited by? Are you scared that Toronto's going to win? Do you want Toronto to win? Whatever you want to talk about, we'll do the usual. We'll go hockey and Canucks related playoff stuff first, and then we will go to Ask Me Anything for a few minutes. So let's go to the mid-show sponsor read first, and then we will take care of your questions and your comments for sure. So shout out to my primary sponsor, Van City Experts Real Estate. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Thank you to my secondary sponsor, Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. You can see their services at ptform.com. Thank you to Gassy Jack Art, maker of this fine artwork. Thank you to Monkey Nine Brewing, my eternal sponsor. And thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks valued at $15 to $20 when you do your next Vessi purchase. As well, a mid-show reminder to all of you to subscribe, to like the video, to become a member, upgrade your membership. You can gift a membership, or you can get the donation train out of the station. Let's see who it is today who will have the honor of leaving the first dono tonight. Also, don't forget, if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. And let's get to your Canucks hockey. You know, I should really switch this so it says Canucks hockey playoff and hockey questions only. I usually don't go questions only if it's super busy, but we're smaller tonight, so I should be able to get to a lot of your questions. Do you think all those deep playoff runs is finally catching up to Tampa Bay? Yes. Toronto is skilled, they're fast, they're fresh, and like I said, Tampa's played 75 to 80 extra games over the past 3 playoffs. I do think it's catching up to them. I really do. I really want the Hurricanes to finish off the Islanders. Edmonton is good, yes, but so are the Kings. Yeah, both teams are very good. The series that most intrigues me is Toronto-Tampa, to see if Toronto makes it past. Yeah, I think you're not alone, fangirl, for sure. For sure. A lot of people are really interested in that one. Hey, my agent is back. Nice to see you, Charms. Good to be back in the chat. Yeah, where you been? Where you been, man? We missed you. Harry, would I ever go to Winnipeg to watch the playoffs with me? Yeah, if we built it into doing some other fun stuff in Winnipeg, I don't know if I'd fly all the way out there just to watch one playoff game. I like them, but I don't like them that much. But let me know if you're ever going to do that. I saw a clip back at 2018 Knights shooting Jets down. I'm not sure what that's about, but okay. You think Seattle can pull off the upset? No, I don't. I actually don't. I think Colorado's going to pull it out at the end. It might take 6 or 7, but I think they will. As a Leafs fan, I don't know. We were up 3-1. I'm not complaining. Oh, I don't know how. Probably we were up 3-1. Glad they didn't trade Kerfoot. Yeah, he was the game-winning goal scored today. And no, I'm excited for you, Clay, for sure. I don't think Vasilevsky's hurt. I just think he's played a lot of hockey over the past 4 years. Do I think that the Leafs will win the series with 3 wins? Do you mean with their win today? Well, they have 3 chances now to knock off the Bolts, so I do think they will win. Fangirl says, do you think Tampa makes the series interesting, makes it to game 7? I don't know. I'd like to think Tampa win the next game, but it's in Toronto. Then I guess if you do that, then you get a crazy home crowd, but you got to go one game at a time. I think if they do win if they do win on Wednesday, game 5, I think they will win game 6, but I don't know if they'll win game 7. As a Leafs fan, it felt amazing to see them have that comeback today. They've had 3-1 series lead in the playoffs in past years, but this year it feels different. I think they'll win the next one. Totally fair comment. If I could have any player from Vegas, who would it be? Either Eichel or Shea Theodore, who seems to be a Canuck killer. Carol Bovenlander, the newest legend, becoming very legendary with the donation, gets the donation train out of the station. So thank you, Carol. I hope you are well. Thank you for the generous donation of $22. Everyone, please give Carol some love in the comments. Thank you, Carol, for that very generous donation. Harry, yes, I would buy something from the team store. I have bought something from the Winnipeg team store before because I've been there on previous speaking trips. I'm hoping that Edmonton wins the series. I want to see Oilers in Colorado for the Cup. Hey, Shannon. Oilers in Colorado, unfortunately, they can't meet in the Stanley Cup final because they're both in the Western Conference. They can meet in the conference final, but only one of them can move on to the Stanley Cup final. Fillmore Wax, hey, Clay, got back in the middle of the day. I enjoyed my time, but glad to be home in California. It was great seeing you last week. A week ago tomorrow, Fillmore. I'm going to dedicate my amazing bowling experience, my performance tomorrow to you. Got really busy with school, but would do my best to have the live stream or Canucks After Dark on in the background. Thank you, Sharms. Appreciate that. By the way, we almost, if the game didn't go to overtime today, we were going to pull out the ping pong table and uncover it for the first time this year, but we decided to watch the overtime instead. Clay, I haven't watched a lot of the series, admittedly, so I don't know how Luke Shen is doing. I presume, I know he was part of that dust up in game 3. I presume he's doing just fine. I presume he's doing just fine. We have another, so the donation train is out of the station, but Jay helps keep it going. Thank you, Jay, for the generous donation. Chugga-lugga, choo-choo. Let's give some love to Jay in the chat. Thank you, Jay, for that. And then Harry comes in right afterwards. He must want that train to keep on going. Thank you, Harry, for that donation. Hi, Clay. Next season, we should go watch the Canucks versus Jets at Rogers Arena. I hope there's no hate if I wear an opposing team's jersey. No. Well, not any hate from me. I can't speak for everyone else. So let's give some love to Jay. Let's give some love to Harry. Thank you very much for your wonderful donations. Very, very, very generous of both of you. Got to back up now. Got to back up. Got to back way up. I have some family in Winnipeg, and I feel bad for them. Yeah, they're in tough. If Demko was healthy and played well, do you think the Canucks would be in the playoffs now? Yes, if we had a healthy Demko, I think we'd be a playoff team. I really do. With McCann hurt after the dirty hit, I don't think the Kraken will come back. Yeah, it's going to be a lot tougher for them, Jay, for sure. Your cousins live in Winnipeg. Yeah, a lot of people have family in Winnipeg, it sounds like. Vasilevsky has been pretty unlike himself in this series, averaging almost 5 goals a game. A lot of goals. Leafs need to thank the province of BC for being a reason. Riley and Kerfoot. Yes, I heard them say that on the broadcast as well. Are the team store prices the same as NHL Shop Online or even Van Base? Oh, yes. I don't know about NHL Shop Online, but the Van Base prices matches the team store prices. But if Lucas is still here, I'm not sure if he is, he could confirm that for sure. Okay, you guys still there? Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? Can you guys hear me? That is weird. For the first time, or you guys can correct me, for the first time in a long time, my internet cut out right in the middle of my stream. And I think I'm trying to find the stream now on my YouTube. I think I'm streaming in multiple places now, but who cares? We will make it work. Thanks, everyone. Give me 2 seconds to get myself reoriented here. So what did you guys see? What did you guys see in the chat? Tell me what you saw. Was I frozen? I was probably like frozen on a really ugly face or something. But that's my normal face. Or was I gone? No. I'm because all I know is it cut out when I was in the middle of a sentence. So give me a minute to get everything set up again. A black screen, but the words were still on. Weird. Okay, well, I'm grateful that StreamYard was able to just to pick it up again, and I'm glad that most of you guys waited. I think there were 43 of you here when it went off, and there's still 38 of you right now. And I think I'm just looking at some of my chat. I know I missed a donation from Lucas while I was gone, or just as I think he left it, and then I didn't get a chance to acknowledge it before everything crapped out. So Lucas, my man, the legend. Thank you, Lucas. 1-to-1 for NHL shop van base orders. League, I think, is a set price. Okay, so you're saying it is the same price. Thank you, Lucas, for the donation. Sorry it took me a few minutes to acknowledge it, mostly because I didn't have any internet for a few minutes. So I'm going to go back, and I'm going to try and catch up now on some of your comments. And I don't want to fall too far behind, but I have a pretty creative question that I'm going to ask you in a couple minutes when we, we're at the 30-minute mark already. So I'm going to go pretty fast. But I do want to try and acknowledge some of your questions for sure. Oh, StreamYard, what it did, I think it cut out a lot of my old comments. So I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to start from what I see on my screen, and we'll go from there. Angus just came back from 161. I was subbing as a goalie. Nice. Good night for you, indeed. What are your thoughts on the city of Toronto Maple Leaf Square? I'm fine with Toronto. I'm excited to take Gail and Kayla and Jacob there for the first time. We are going to spend a day in Toronto after their bowling championships in Sault Ste. Marie, Northern Ontario, May long weekend. So, going to spend a day in Toronto. I'm looking forward to it. 8K TV. That's nice. I must look horrible or really good on that TV. I need clarity. Did Messi demand the captaincy from Linden, or did Linden give it to him? I've heard both. I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. I think Messi expected it, and Linden felt pressured to give it, quite frankly. Clay almost knew I was going to be on today, so he almost got the ping pong table going. Just for you, Sharms, just for you. Whenever it happens next, who would you want to see in the final against the Canucks? I think from a pure hockey perspective, entertaining game and history, Canucks Boston would be fascinating. Canucks Rangers would be fascinating given the history. Canucks Tampa would be a good series. Canucks New Jersey would be a good series. So I think there's a lot of Canucks Toronto would be amazing. So any of those for sure. Feels like Horvat hit a wall and Canucks really sold it they sold high for sure. Our game was one of the practice rinks for the Kraken. Nice. I'll check it out, Angus. That's pretty cool. And again, sorry if I missed some of your questions, you guys. I'm just going with what I see in front of me. The series that is underrated is Dallas versus Minnesota. I just wish more Filipinos are paying attention to Robertson and Dumba. Yes, that's a great point. Thoughts on them rescinding McCarr's major to a minor after the McCann hit? I didn't see the hit live, Justin. Then I saw it on replay, and it looks pretty strong. It looks pretty strong. So can they do anything else? Can they still suspend Makar or not? Should the Canucks sign Kerfoot? I think it'd be great here. Heard Winnipeg is not an enjoyable city because of the mosquitoes in the summer. How boring it is. I don't know. I think some people would argue that. I like it there, but yeah, it's certainly not as hustling and bustling as Vancouver. Okay, and this is where I guess all the frozen Clay, he's frozen. Your screen is frozen. Clay's so animated. I think Clay froze. Is it me or just Clay frozen? Freeze frame. He's in the Matrix. Save him. Frozen Clay. It's the Undertaker. RIP. Did he lose power? Freeze frame. 8K Clay. RIP chat. I hope Clay is okay. If he lost power, the stream would have died. Yes, so it was just the internet. Wi-Fi. Although Wi-Fi or modem, I should say, because I'm actually plugged in. Undertaker. Hello, darkness. His camera might need a new battery. Blame Chucky. Very good. Jason. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Thank you for being you and being here every night. You make my life so bright. Jason, happy birthday. Thanks for being here. And that's why I don't sing in any of my videos. Frozen online. Bad Wi-Fi. He thought it was his. No, it's mine. Get a portable charger. Blame Chucky. Not frozen. Camera may have died. Oh, thank you, Lucas. I didn't even get the text. I was too busy running around. Good thing I'm not wearing socks. I don't even know what that means. The stream gets better and better. Camera not plugged in. Free shout out. Lex. Oh, I like this. Let's take guesses of when Clay comes back. I say 11:33. Oh, I smoked that, right? I smoked that. But I'll keep getting back to these. But I want to acknowledge Jason's. Whoops. Jason's donation. Another birthday, another year closer to death. Dark humor there was treated to the keg, ribeye, and tiramisu. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, thank you, Jay. You shouldn't be donating to me on your birthday, but thank you. Appreciate that love for sure. Okay, guys, I'm going to rip through some of your 11:33. More donations to pay Hydro. I love that. That was pretty funny. I'll say 10 minutes. It's funny as the things are still on the screen, but he is not. Welcome back. He's back. Am I wrong? Awesome. We're still here. Good. I just want to get back, trying to catch up. So thank you for everyone that was concerned for me. Did the Undertaker Tombstone Power Driver drive you? I am okay. Thank you, Harry. I appreciate you having my back. Who wants to snuggle Too Hot Nux video? What does that mean? Time to upgrade the dial up. Oh, man. You're frozen. Look like you're reading for so long. I am a slow reader. We saw Chucky on the screen. I just threw out my 8K TV. Vancouver Canucks blackout. Yeah, I'm trying to sympathize with the team. Pay my internet bill. Should the Canucks sign Kerfoot? I think I answered that earlier, but you didn't know I answered. Yeah, I think that'd be fine. Black screen. Extensive editing on the podcast. Oh, that's true. Yeah, then I have to go audio. Good point. Thank you, Gurpreet. NHL shop is a bit cheaper than Fanbase. Good to know, Justin. Thank you for that. Shifley's injured too. Oh my gosh. So Shifley, Morrissey, Ehlers. Yeah, Clay. We'll talk before that for sure. I'm not going for another month. Canucks Flames big matchup. I went into the multiverse. Yeah, I'll talk about. Well, we're gonna have some fun with that at the very end of the stream. I still don't think Bo's going to get booed, Clay. Horvat came and cut my internet. A multiverse for Clay is a Kraken fan. Well, you guys are going to kind of stealing my thunder already. What I was going to do to wrap up the stream. I don't think Clay can review for suspension. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about my freezing. They can't review it for. Oh, so that's the big reason why it's a big deal. It's because they reduced it to minor. Thank you, Justin. I do know who Andrew Tate is. I don't have much to say about him. Definitely not a lot of good things to say about him. A lot of greetings to Jason, which is awesome. Welcome back, Cotter. Welcome back, Clay. I like that reference, Shannon. That's very good. A lot of love for Jason, which should be. Edmund, not going to do any. Edmund, I haven't watched the show yet, so don't spoil anything for me. Clay used full restore. Clay's computer is fully restored. Did I ask Alvin for assistance? No, I didn't have time. I was too busy running around. If Vegas finishes Jets fast, I believe they could be the favorite coming out of the West. The other series could go 7. Great point. Great point. Christensen. Yeah, he's a good player. Actually, I don't know anything about him. Who watched the Kraken game? I didn't, actually, because I was busy studying. So unfortunately, I don't have time for Ask Me Anything today because I do got to get back to studying. And I like to keep these shows between 40 and 45 minutes. But, thanks, Clay, for being here, for sure. And don't worry, Edmund. No worries. So this is the one thing, what we're going to do for the last 5 minutes. And I'm gonna read every one of your suggestions. I want you to give me the best theory as to why. And you guys started to do this, which was pretty funny. Give me your best theory as to why my internet crapped out today. Did someone do it? Along the same lines of the Chucky answers were pretty funny. Was it Chucky? Was it Bo Horvat, as many of you mentioned? So let's do this for a few more minutes because some of those were really creative. What's your theory on why the internet went out at my place, at this time during my stream and tonight in particular? Give me your theories. I will highlight a few of them for 3 or 4 minutes before we wrap up. So what is your theory as to why the internet went out tonight? And then just as we wait for them, did I ever want my kids to get into playing hockey? No, I'm a decent skater, not the best. My kids never really got into skating, which is fine. We played a lot of road hockey, but they never got into ice skating. And admittedly, I didn't mind not having to wake up for those early morning practices to drive them or to spend all the money on equipment. And they obviously got involved with many, many, many other sports, including soccer, floor hockey, baseball, volleyball, football, and of course, bowling is what they excel. Yes, and I heard that stat, Justin, that Draisaitl's been in on all 14 Edmonton goals. All right, let's go. The Undertaker kidnapped Clay and put him in a limo and said, "Buckle up, Clay." Peter, good callback. That was a pretty funny story for sure. A glitch in the system. It was Flash coming back to warn you about the future. I don't even know what that means, but that sounds good, Indigo. That sounds good. Mickey slashed the wire in his Chucky costume. That knife is pretty scary. It was odd, though, as the chat was still going. Yeah, so that means the stream was still going. I wasn't on it, but you guys all had working internet, so you guys were fine. Didn't pay the internet bill? That is very, very likely. Your internet provider was sponsored by Bubbly. No wonder I'm so mad, or it's mad at me. See, this is the kind of... I love these kind of things because you guys are very creative. And you're smart. You've shown that in Ordle, Gordle, Wordle, and Worldle. Even though I can't believe we didn't get all the neighboring countries of the Philippines last night. But no, this is good. You guys are funny. Yeah, I like this. I like this. It was Gail. She wanted some sleep, so she decided to cut the internet. That's true. I don't know how they can sleep with me blabbing so loud. What was my other question? I don't think I had another question, Jay. Alvin had to run out of the closet to the bathroom and tripped on the wire. Yeah, stay in there, Patrick Alvin. The tubes were blocked. That didn't sound good. Hacksaw Jim Duggan Hacksaw. Hey-oh. That's good, Jay. Clay wanted sushi. Internet cutting was just an excuse. That's true. I could have easily wolfed down a few pieces of salmon nigiri in those 2 minutes. Yeah, I should time it, actually. I think it was only 2 or 3 minutes, right? It was out, maybe a bit more. I think that the CIA and RCMP work with the Illumination and aliens to test the nuclear weapon on Russia and China, and Du Jingbing had to alert Putin into shutting down all power and pick your house. That's the most confusing message I think I've ever read on the stream, but I'll give you full props for your creativity, average dude. The other Elias Pettersson did it. Nice. Bo's Revenge, or I have bad Wi-Fi. I didn't pray. Me smart, me make. What does that mean? In the Chucky video we posted, we could clearly see the Lord's cross in the background in the other room. Yeah, I know, Jason. That's so funny. I brought that up to the kids because you see one of the crosses from my kitchen in the back. It's kind of great. Good eyes, Jay. Good eyes. Too many people using the internet caused the router to overheat. I think 4 of the 5 of us were on at the time for sure. The internet needed a reboot. Clay looks like Adrian Pimento because of that. The actual Pimento came and cut. So I got to look up who this Adrian Pimento is. I hope he's good looking. Otherwise, I'm going to feel insulted. I'm going to look it up right now. Adrian Pimento. Who is this guy? Oh, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. How do I look like this guy? I don't know how I should take that. It was a practice for when the Canucks have a whiteout. Ah, interesting. Roman Reigns, I didn't acknowledge him. Oh no, Kim Jong-un got Korea to cut Clay's internet just to get Sony Picture Studios into hack so they couldn't release the interview. Well, you guys are in your conspiracy theories. And then Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh, yeah, that was good. That was good, you guys. Very, very creative. We're at the 44-minute mark, so I will cut out now, even though, for real, actually. And I'll end with this one because I love it. Good callback. Just incredible, the legend. Pepsi wanted another still screenshot of your frozen face for the next billboard. Yeah, I would have maybe hopefully done a better pose, but thank you. Okay, you guys were awesome. You guys know how I know that you're awesome because you actually waited for me. Only a few of you dropped off, and most of you came back and waited around till I got back. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Moderators, thank you for being on the lookout. Legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Carol Bovenlander, and I still gotta get used to that, and legendary Andrew Chang. Thanks for being legends. Thanks to Hall of Fame and franchise members as well. Thanks to everyone who subscribed tonight. And thanks to everyone who donated. I saw before I got here that Alfred renewed his membership to franchise, which is great. Oh, you guys, unfortunately, when my stream restarted, all the donations, at least the list, went out. So I know Carol donated, Harry, Jason, Jay. I might be missing one. If I'm missing one, I apologize. It's because I don't have it in front of me anymore. But I know it was Carol, Jay, Harry, and then Jason was in there as well. And like I said, if I miss someone, please accept my apologies for sure. Jason wanted a funny ending joke for his birthday. Okay, I think you'll like this one, Jay. I think you'll like this one for sure. And Lucas donated. Thank you for that. That's right. Lucas donated right when I was coming back. So thank you to Carol, Jay, Harry, Jason, and Lucas, I believe. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here. Oh yeah, the rest of the week. So Parker and I are not sure if we're going to do Canucks After Dark tomorrow. If we do, it'll be at between 10 and 10:30. I'm not doing my stream tomorrow night. Then on Wednesday, I'll do 10 o'clock for members and then 11 o'clock for everyone else, including members as well. And then no stream on Thursday because this and next week I have to limit a little bit. Even though if I do Canucks After Dark tomorrow, really the only day I'm going to be taking off this week will be Thursday night. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Just kind of stay tuned on Twitter, on YouTube. Keep your notifications on, and we'll let you know if Canucks After Dark is happening. Thanks to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate. Thank you to Perform and Transform, Personal Training Weight Loss. And thanks to all of you for being here. Always appreciate you. Never take you for granted. Like I said, be on standby tomorrow for Canucks After Dark. We'll try and get word out as to what we are doing. Okay. And Jason, once again, happy birthday. Friends, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. I'll give you two, Jason, just for your birthday. What is Forrest Gump's email password? OneForrest1. Thank you. And earlier today, I asked an old man at work. I asked him, no, it wasn't at work. It was at church, actually, because he's too old to work. I said, even after 95 years, you're 95 years old, yet you still call your wife darling, honey, and love. I said, that's so awesome. I said, what's the secret? And the old man said to me, I actually forgot her name 10 years ago, and I'm too afraid to ask her what it is. I'm going to go pay my internet bill now. God bless. Go Canucks go. And booyah.